Andito po ulit tayo sa part 2 ng ating napakagandang tema tungkol sa synodality na inattend po ng ating special guest na walang iba kundi si Bishop Pablo the Bishop, ang presidente ng Catholic Bishop Conference of the Philippines. At the same time, siya din po ang bishop ng Diocese of Caloocan. And also one of the delegates, 3 delegates na pinadala sa Vatican ng Pilipinas. Napakayaman ng kanyang experience na share niya sa atin. Kakaiba itong 16 Synod of Bishop dahil po hindi na ito hierarchical, no? Kundi kahit anong sabihin natin dimension, lay ka o pare ka, bishop, catholic, i-group kayo into 7. Tama, bishop? 7 kayo. You can talk anything under the sun. Walang tema na nakasaad doon na yun ay didiscuss nyo, kundi it can come up. Kaya yung tungkol sa, sabihin natin, participation, mission, communion with another, talagang na-practice nila. Kaya masayang-masaya sila na bumalik dito sa Pilipinas to share with us. I'm sure marami po sa inyo hindi alam about itong synodality. Kaya napakaganda po experience for me, myself, kasi po alam na alam ko, napakagandang adhika ito ng Santo Papa. And together with the help of all the bishop, yung pag-uusapan namin dito sa part 2 will be very enriching, nourishing to all of you because it's about time we need to listen, to act, and to seek for peace. Itutuloy po namin sa pagbabalik ng Power to Unite with Elvira. Bishop David, thank you so much for sharing your experience, very rich experience, and then your knowledge about the Synod of Bishop. Dahil sa part 1, dami ko natutuhan. Tsaka tugmang-tugma yan sa mission ni Jesus dito sa sangkatauhan dito sa lupa, di ba? Kasi nakita natin, bakit kailangan siya bumaba para tayo ay mahalin, para siya ay mamatay para sa atin, di ba? Ano ka meron tayo mga tao, sangkatauhan, sabihin natin, na He has to do all the sacrifices. Diba? Kaya itong synodality is actually, sa pagka-interpret ko sa sinasabi mo, Bishop, is really reaching out not only to the fellow, hindi lang sa sariling pamilya, no? Hindi lang sa sariling community, kundi kahit sa ibang dimension, kailangan, if you want to achieve peace on earth, kailangan maging kaibigan silang lahat. I remember si Cardinal, the late Cardinal Vidal, sabi ko, Eminence, bakit lahat ng opposition sa inyo pumupunta? Alam mo, I always remember sa akin, which is very important, alam mo, importante ang dialogue. No? Hindi dahil siya ay kalaban, ise-set aside mo siya. Kundi, bring them back to your fold. Sabi niya, as a shepherd, I need to understand them. I need to listen to them. Kasi sila, kailangan din ng kalinga. Which is just in line what you are telling me before, na kailangan din sila isama sa atin. Huwag niyo gawin silang enemy. Kundi, akayin sila, tama sinabi mo, no? Akayin sila towards God Himself. Yun ang ganon. Which is for me, the most important thing is reaching out, telling them, hindi tayo magkalaban.
Alam mo, LV, in line dito sa sinasabi mo, ang pumapasok sa isip ko isang vocabulary na madalas banggitin ni Pope Francis, lalo na nung panahon ng aming synodal discussions. Ito yung, nagko-call siya ng attention about that tendency to develop what he calls a cancel culture. No?
Yes.
Sabi niya, opposite yan ng synodal spirit. Kasi yung cancel culture, yung bang tipo na kapag nangibabaw sa atin yung ideology, kapag ang kausap mo ay iba yung mentalidad o iba ang political spectrum na kinabibilangan niya o ganon, iba yung idea niya, kina-cancel mo kagad. Parang ganon, no? Sabi niya, let's never develop that cancel culture. Kasi tao pa rin yan. Kapatid pa rin yan. Ganon, no? Pag nagsara na tayo ng pinto sa isa't isa, wala na tayo mapapala bilang sangkatauhan. We have to keep our doors open to each other. At dito siya nami-misunderstand ko minsan. Parang akala nila ang ibig sabihin nun, anything goes, na parang wala nang moral standard, wala nang
Hindi,
ethical.
meron din.
Parang di ba?
Oo. Tama si Pope Francis Dapat itong mga tao may ganung cancel culture hindi na applicable ngayon.
Yes.
Kasi kahit ano, ikaw ay affected. Kaya yung superiority ng mga ibang bansa, ay nako, they should not do that because they are at the mercy of God's love.
Kahit nga pati kami, parang tinukol niya yung attention ng mga obispo eh. Kasi, syempre, even if it is true that the bishops are successors of the apostles, no, and that kami yung nag-exercise ng leadership in the church, ang sabi niya, don't forget the Holy Spirit is present in the faithful also, in the rest of the laity.
Yes.
So, okay, sabi niya, we practice our leadership, but we must listen to them also. We must allow them to participate. Kaya binuksan niya itong Synod of Bishops di ba 364 delegates kami, but for the first time, kahit tinatawag ito na Synod, General Assembly of the Synod of Bishops, nagkaroon ng 70 non-bishop delegates. And a lot of lay people and a lot of women also. Bago yan para sa
very
amin.
historical
no?
itong
Very historical,
Synod, diba?
yes. Parang, and bakit niya sila pinapasok? Because they were involved in the whole synodal process. Kasi nagsimula ito nung pang-October 2021. So, ito yata yung pinakamahabang synodal process. At nagkaroon siya ng consultation from below, from the grassroots. Umakyat siya, bumaba siya, umakyat siya, bumaba siya. Parang gano'n. Parang may circularity yung proseso, no? And ito yung, isa pang word na madalas niyang gamitin is the word collective discernment. Parang gano'n. Kasi familiar ako with the word discernment. Kasi I was brought up by the Jesuits. At ang discernment ay isang spiritual discipline na inintroduce ni Saint Ignatius of Loyola sa kanyang mga spiritual exercises. Pero alam naming discernment ay individual discernment. Para bang kinikilatis mo ang galaw ng Espiritu Santo to know how to distinguish between the works of the good spirit and the work of the evil one. Kapag hindi na nadidistinguish ng tao ang galaw ng masamang espiritu sa galaw ng Espiritu Santo, ibig sabihin wala na tayong sense of discernment. Kaya kailangan pag-igihan natin itong ating sense of discernment, not just individually but collectively. Yun yung bagong inintroduce ni Pope Francis. Kaya yung aming itong synod na ito, the other difference, Elvira, is we started with a retreat. Nag-retreat muna kami.
Which never did before.
Yes. Nag-retreat muna kami at doon sa retreat na yon, we were made familiar first of all with the methodology.
Is that Canta la Mesa?
No. This time, it's Father Timothy Radcliffe. Isang
galing si
Dominican
Radcliffe.
priest. Oo, di ba?
Ano pa siya?
Napakabait na tao, pero galing niya.
Pareho sila ni Father Canta la Mesa na Holy Spirit ang kanilang ano. I'm so happy.
And he is very fond of Filipinos.
Yes,
kasi kilala niya yung mga Pilipino. Nagpatawa pa nga siya eh. Kasi nung opening speech niya, nakita niya may mga Filipinos doon. Nung sabi niya, there was one Filipino word I learned. Sabi niya, mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
Tapos nung nagkamali daw siya, nung bumati siya, na-mix up niya yung word mabuhay sa word mabaho. Sabi niya, mabaho! Na-shock daw yung mga Pilipino. Well, Father Radcliffe really succeeded in facilitating our retreat and preparing the tone of the whole synod. Uulitin ngayon this year, by the way. Yung nangyari last year was the first session of the synod. At ang second session, kasi nag-produce kami ng isang 41-page synthesis report.
Okay.
At by the way, yung 41 pages na yon, downloadable na yan. Hindi katulad noon, it takes forever bago dumating yung kopya ng result ng synod sa mga tao. Ngayon, pagkatapos, nakapost na kagad siya sa website. At nagugulat ako, nauuna pang nagbabasa mga lay people ngayon. Minsan, some religious or some priests, hindi pa nila nakikita yung synod synthesis report, nabasa na ng mga lay people.
So that means to say, talaga, because of the pandemic, the people are back to their faith. Kasi yung mga simbahan, di ba, pag nagsisimbahan, dumadami.
Yeah.
No? Nakikita ko, lalo na nung sa yung paglalagay ng ashes.
Yes.
Grabe, kad gabi, ang tao nakapila.
Yes.
So natutuwa ako kasi sabi ko, wow, nare-recognize yung sabihin natin yung importansya ng Diyos sa buhay.
Isa yan sa naging blessing siguro ng pandemya.
Yes,
no?
I
Kasi
think
after
so.
these past 3 years, parang nangulila talaga yung mga tao. Nakita ko yan sa traslasyon, nakita ko sa Santo Niño, nakita ko nung Ash Wednesday.
Parang na-interpret ko, there is so much hunger for the words of God. That's why
true.
mas challenging itong synodality sa inyong mga nag-attend kasi you are going down to their level.
Yes.
Inaakay mo sila kasi kayo, you are privileged to know what is the common theme that we can work on. Collectively, as you said, we need to work collectively. What is happening all over the world, regardless of differences, di ba, in your faith. Kaya itong siguro ang maganda na ituloy natin, Bishop, sa pagbabalik po ng Power to Unite with Elvira. Bishop David, I like the idea na nagkaroon kayo ng retreat. I think that's the reason why, because of Father Radcliffe, alam natin, as a Dominican, talagang napakagaling niya, very enlightening, di ba? Siguro the Holy Spirit works on all of you to be able to gather, sabi natin, non-Catholic, Catholic, bishop, lay are together. This is very rare, no? Very historical. So, nakita natin, the mission now is deeper. Kailan talaga dito, magtulungan tayo. At sana, applicable, hindi lang sa mga Katoliko, pati din sa iba. Because we are going to, sabihin natin, reaching out to the common life. Di ba? Hindi ito pang theological na puros magagaling, kundi binaba ninyo ngayon sa taong bayan.
That's right.
So common people, kaya dapat mas malaki ang ma-reach out, mas maging simple ang sinasabi ninyo sa kanila para maintindihan nila. Kasi normally, why does problem exist? Because they were left out. They don't even participate because sabi nila, naririnig ko, ba't pa kami magpa-participate? Buhay namin ganun din. Parang as if there is no hope.
Dito tayo kinikritika, yung madalas pinapaalalahanan ni Pope Francis, na dati-rati may tendency tayo na tayo-tayo lang nagkakaintindihan dahil pare-pareho tayo ng sinasabi, ganun, no? But it's about time na makinig din tayo dun sa mga hindi natin ka-relihiyon, hindi natin kaisip, o hindi natin kakulay, hindi natin kakultura, yung ganun. Kasi, you know, the Spirit works through them also. Ganon.
Open mind.
That's right. Keep that open mind para sa Kanya.
Huwag yung cancel culture na sinasabi mo.
By the way, nabanggit mo kanina yung tungkol doon sa retreat. Mauulit nga yung retreat, no? But, tinanong kami kung may suggestions din kami. Ako, nag-submit ako ng very concrete suggestion. Ang sabi ko, gusto ko pang maintindihan kung ano ba itong method na tinatawag nating collective discernment na ginagawa natin through spiritual conversations. Ang sabi ko, maganda na yung simula with Father Timothy Radcliffe. Nagtagumpay siya in introducing us to the method or to the system. Pero sana magkaroon pa ng follow-up at magsimula ulit sa isang retreat. Tapos total, Jesuit din naman itong si Pope Francis, di ba? Nagsimula sa isang Dominican, kung pwede, a Jesuit, and the Pope himself, if he could facilitate the retreat himself. Na this time, pagbalik namin, ang retreat master namin, sana si Pope mismo, para i-discuss niya with us yung what collective discernment or communal discernment entails as a discipline, no? Mukhang pagbibigyan yun.
That's good.
Oo, kasi so far wala ako nakikitang invited resource person.
Tapos, siya yun.
Mukhang siya.
If he wants to reach out to all of you, ito synodality, he has to be the one to explain.
That's right. Pero nakikibabad naman siya talaga And usually, ang aga-aga niya pumasok so that he could interact with us. Noon ngang itong huling synod na to, pag nandyan na siya na maaga, pinipilahan na siya to greet him. No? Ako, nung una, ayokong pumila. You know why? Kasi nakaupo siya, naka-wheelchair, di ba? Dahil hirap siyang maglakad. Ganon, hindi siya makatayo. Parang, ewan ko ba, parang naaalangan ako makipag-usap sa Santo Papa na nakaupo siya, nakatayo ako, tapos parang you're looking down on the Holy Father.
Yes.
Buti na lang, pinagbigyan ako, nung finally, sabi ko, pwede bang, can I sit in front of the Holy Father so that we talk eye to eye? Yung gano'n.
Tama yun, di ba?
And
that's one
good.
way of reaching out to
That's
send
true.
the message. Yun ang sinasabi natin na yung discernment, collective discernment, because when you look at each other, your mind and the mind of the other are working together towards the common goal.
Yes.
Kasi collective discernment for me is really what is the common goal among us.
And
Diba?
hindi yung what is where is the Spirit leading us? Ang tawag niya, Elvira, the protagonism of the Holy Spirit. That when we listen to each other, don't just listen to what the other is saying, but what the Holy Spirit is saying through that person. Through that person. Parang ganun.
Parang ako, it's like whispering. Kasi
Yes.
Holy Spirit is really putting ideas into your mouth and then telling to the person. And the person who will listen will share his point of view also.
Ako nga, na-amaze sa iyo, Elvira, kasi nakikinig akong ganyan, wala ka namang script. Sabi ko, wow, saan mo hinuhugot yung sinasabi mo?
Holy
I
Spirit.
said, it could only be the Holy Spirit
It's
guiding
in you
us.
because you are the one leading me by listening to you. That's collective,
Yes.
sabihin natin, di ba? Discernment. Kasi you lead me to the question and for me to listen to you.
We're listening to the Spirit at work in each other.
Yes,
di ba?
yun ang
Parang ganun.
sinasabi na in spite of our, I'm a lay, you're a priest, hindi sa gabal. We can work towards something.
Of course,
Kaya ito, we are informing the Filipino people what is so good in synodality. Hindi dapat ito i-ignore, kundi makakatulong sa inyo. Alam mo, talking na mention mo kanina about Myanmar. I just came from Myanmar. And you know, media is very important.
State of war doon.
No, it's not true.
Oh, wow.
We were welcomed by the Ministry of Information.
Okay.
Parang we were treated like as if we are from the government. Nagulat ako. Talagang, although maraming bawal na kailangan i-registered lahat, but wala kang makikitang police o military sa kalye.
Oh.
Wala. It's the same as before.
Okay.
This is in Yangon and Naypyidaw, which is the capital now, where all the administrative offices are held. Kaya doon kami pumunta, which is by plane 1 hour. By car, it's around 5. Yun lang, medyo delikado. Maraming na-ambush kasi 20 kilometers away from Naypyidaw, sabi nila, andoy marepelde. But so far, during our stay, wala kaming, although we were guided by the embassy people, talagang kailan lahat. Pero ang masasabi ko, it's a very beautiful country, it's a very peaceful country. At tama sinabi mo don't judge them by what we see or what we hear na wrongly misinterpret in the media. Because of the cancel culture, they want them to make it appear to us na nakakatakot pumunta doon, which is so sad kasi ang airport nila, sabihin natin, walang pumunta. Kasi nga, biased media.
Oh, Elvira,
Diba?
baka pwede kang maging facilitator of peace and dialogue doon.
This is our aim, through our Southeast Asia Video Festival for Children, which we invited them.
Festival for Children. Okay.
Using storytelling,
Alright.
using the iPhone, iPad.
That's right.
So, sinabi ko, hindi naman pwede ma-set aside kayo, which is what you're telling, synodality. Just because this is your situation, we will not talk politics. Hindi kami mag-usap, kundi what can we do for the children to have hope, for the children to speak up, to tell them their story.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yeah.
So they are very happy kasi sabi nila, this is very different from the previous meeting nila na ilang meeting na very political. Dito raw, it's people-to-people meeting. Kaya very, very
opening
positive.
doors for sincere conversations.
Yes,
no?
ganun talaga. You have to reach out to them. Don't
Yeah.
treat them like as an enemy. Kung makikinig ako sa media na nakakatakot, you should give them a chance also to be heard.
Okay.
At pumunta pa kami sa Pagoda. And when may isang doktor na kaibigan na isang ambassador na kasama namin, the family brought us to doon. Makikita mo, parang Pilipinas, yung kanyang karinderya, tapat ng mga school building, tapos nagluluto sila ng kanilang breakfast, gano'n. Nakaupo lang kami sa tent, very normal.
I have been there before.
Oh, we have so much in common. Tapos dinala kami sa medyo upper end na magtiti lang, which is Burmese tea. Yung medyo wag raw kunan ng picture, gano'n.
Yeah.
Pero makikita mo, people are so happy talking, you know, eating together. Sabi ko, ito ba yung sinasabi nila nakakatakot? Pero I am one of the witness. If you go there as a friend, they will treat you as a friend.
Yeah.
Diba? Don't segregate them. Sabi ko nga sa Minister of Information, na we don't treat you as an enemy. We come here as a friend because we are all family. We are all doing it for the next generation, for the future of the next generation. Kasi may dala siyang apo, 10 years old. Sabi ko, yung decision mo, and they will host the next Southeast Asia Video Festival for Children sa Naypyidaw next
That
year.
will be wonderful.
This is how the
Can
Holy
you, can you
Spirit
imagine
works.
kung children ang magiging instrument of
Peace. They
peace
are the
building
peacemaker. I believe children can be the peacemaker.
Yeah, okay.
Kaya dapat mahalin ng bawat pamilya ang mga bata. Kung may talent, encourage them, you know, allow them to be what they are.
Wow,
Diba?
okay.
Huwag natin dalhin sa negative, kundi bring the best in them. Because naniniwala kami sa Anak TV, maraming magagaling regardless of who you are. Buddhist ka, Muslim ka, di ba, Christian ka, lahat sila pareho ang vision in life. To be able to finish their education, to help their parents, no? At nakita nila yung respect for elder. Kaya sabi ko sa Ministry of Culture, we have so much in common. Nakita namin love of country. Regardless of whatever system you are, you should instill in the children to love their country. Di ba? Hindi yung tayo mabuti, sila ang masama. No, we don't discuss that. Kundi yung family, yung love of family, ini-embrace ng parents, pare-pareho. Kasi Buddhist sila. Number one, Buddhist sila, di ba? So the same goal, sabi ko, use the beautiful things that we are bound together, enhance it, nurture it, and discuss about it, but not the differences we have. Kaya yung sinasabi mo, sabi ko, tugman-tugma sa ginagawa namin. No? So and they will attend itong meeting namin. The 10 ASEAN countries will work together because I told them, no politicking, we are all brothers and sisters. We have to do something for the next generation.
Ang ganda nun. Allow the children to lead the conversation.
Yes. Listen to them.
Listen to them.
Listen, reaching out to them. And think them, di ba, nung malit tayo, sila, ay, bata ka pa, tabi-tabi ka. No, this time, no. We have to listen to them because social media is so strong in them and they are influenced by them. So, kaya turuan natin how to use the social media properly.
Wow. I think that will be a very precious contribution, Elvira, kasi kailangan talaga ngayon ang daigdig, yung, you know, new approaches to peace building.
Yes.
No? To peace building, to conflict management, to kasi minsan kapag masyado ka nga focused on the differences, parang hindi na kayo magtatagpo, you will not listen to each other anymore.
Set aside that negative kasi mas maraming magaganda na pwede natin pagsamahan where we can work together, which is what synodality is trying to reach out na. There are so many good things around us. Why not use the good things in us, the goodness in us to work together, di ba, for your mission.
Pwede nyo kaya ma-organize yung the children of the rebels and the children of the military junta, then having a conversation with each other, and
maybe,
we'll never know where that conversation will lead, di ba?
Yeah, kasi kami, wala naman kami sinasabi. Bawal yung gano'n, basta.
Wherever they're coming from.
Yes,
children naman yan
It should be Myanmar children. Regardless of who you are, if they are willing to be sent, to be trained, why not? Diba? Basta sa atin, walang political colors, lahat tayo magkakapatid, lahat may talino, gamitin natin ang talino sa tamang paraan because media is so powerful. Train them what should be the right media, not yung you destroy each other.
That's true. That's true. And when you say walang politika, I think wala yung negative politics kasi ang positive politics is common good, aspiring for the common good.
Tuloy natin, Bishop, sa pagbabalik po ng Power to Unite with Elvira. Bishop David, kaya nabigla ko lang na-share yan, Bishop, kasi nakita ko na ang ganda din ng influence ng media using synodality, yung message ni Pope. It can help us to strengthen it, di ba? It can be one example, not using climate as a pawn, but you can also use media, children as peacemaker, di ba?
Parang kang ambassador of goodwill.
Hindi naman. But anyway, Bishop, napakaganda talaga na sharing yung baka gusto nyo magbigay na message because time is running out and really, I love to hear your message to the Filipino people, especially Lenten season. What can they do, di ba?
Well, ang message ko is we are called to mission, no? At ang Panginoon, became human precisely to convince us that we're not hopeless. We are loved. We have a very high dignity as image and likeness of God. Mahal tayo ng Diyos, and that love transforms us and makes us beautiful, no? At sana through this synod on synodality, mabuild pa talaga yung goodwill in the world, so that there will be really a meeting of minds and the church will be that instrument, no? Kasi tinawag tayo to be salt of the earth and lights of the world.
Alam mo, napakaganda ng sharing ni Bishop and I totally agree with him because napakayaman ng kanyang experience sa Synod. Kakaiba po ito this year. At narinig nyo sa part 1, part 2 kung gaano kaimportante. Kaya tama po naman si Pope Francis, di ba? When God journeyed Himself with us here on earth, He sacrificed, He died for us because ang gusto niya, ibalik tayo sa kanyang Ama. Nakikita niya, marami pa rin may mabubuti sa atin. Why not use the goodness in each one of us to, sabihin natin, to strengthen, to heighten it, di ba? At tama din ang sabi ni Pope Francis kung bakit kailangan importante yung communion with one another. Don't set aside our enemy. Bring them back. Alam po natin, di ba, words na to forgive is so difficult. Totoo po yun. Pero kung gagamitin natin ng pagmamahal, iset aside natin yung differences, yung galit, di ba, yung hatred, which is nangyayari sa Gaza where the Israeli children and also the Palestinian children are already, you can see hatred so much in their eyes. Hindi po tayo ganun. Dito po sa ating bansa, sana wag yun ang maging mensahe natin. Use the children as peacemaker. Bigyan sila ng magandang kinabukasan because yan ang gusto ng Diyos. Journey not only with Him, not only through what He wants us to do, but journey first with your family, with your children, with your parents, then your community, then with your government. Hindi naman niya sinasabi, isang iglap, mababago yan. But opportunity should be given to each one of us. Dahil lahat tayo may angkin talino, lahat tayo may angkin kakayahan. Gamitin natin to sa gusto ng Diyos mangyari. Yung collective discernment, gamitin natin through the Holy Spirit sa pag-aasikaso ng Holy Spirit sa atin, sending, we can be peacemaker. Maybe Filipinos can be the peacemaker of the world. Sabi nga doon sa East Timor, nung pumunta po siya sa GMA7, sabi niya, every one of us is talking about who is the most powerful, US or China. Pero sa totoo lang, ang hindi natin alam, the most powerful person in the future will be the Filipinos themselves because they are everywhere. So, kung may mission tayo, gamitin natin ito as peacemaker. Dalhin natin ang pagmamahal na binibigay niyo sa mga bata, inaaruga ninyo sa ibang bansa. Diba? Kaya marami sa kanila nagiging malapit sa Diyos because dahil sa influence niyo. So, if you want to walk or journey with God, you do it now in your home, in your country. Sana nagustuhan po ninyo ang aming episode hanggang sa muli dito po sa Power to Unite with Elvira.